Let's go. It's going to be hot. Okay, so we're finished with the Squier unboxing, which was an awesome surprise. Welcome to part two. This is going to be the mods. We're going to try an antique or relic of this pick guard and the pickup covers and the knobs, see how they come out. If not, I have a tortoise shell pick guard and some cream knobs and pickup covers we'll put on there, and we'll do some before and after checks on that. So right now, let's go ahead and get the strings off of it. Go ahead and tie these in a knot so I don't have a piece of string stab me in the foot in the middle of the night. So let's go ahead and take the pick guard off. I'm going to leave it all together. If you have trouble getting these knobs off, you can put a shoestring under them and pull up. StuMac does make a little plastic clear tube with a little wing nut on top that'll pull them if you have to. But these went pretty good. Let's go ahead and take this loose. Go ahead and take the pickups out, loosen these up. Basically, I want everything to come apart, and I think it'll be easier with the pick guard in place to get all these loose. So we are going to do that. And it's winter time, so it's kind of cold, and I don't know how the fumes are going to be. I'm going to use leather dye. Show you a picture of it right here. And so I'm going to do it out in the garage on a piece of cardboard. See how that goes. And there it is. So basically, there's the insides, just like they came from the factory. And I need to get these covers off. And pretty sure these are going to run 50 millimeter, 50 millimeter, and 52. It's a little bit wider back here. And that's from the center of each pole. And you can, that's kind of how you order these. That's the cream colored set that I have, so I'm really hoping that's what these are. Okay, so here's the calipers. I'm going to zero those. I'm going to keep it on millimeters instead of inches. And let's check these from center to center. And that's right at 50, 50, and 52. All right. If you want to get really technical on these, what you can do is measure the distance from outside to outside, 54.74, and then you got to subtract half of each one of these. So half of each one equals one hole. So you take that 54 millimeters and subtract 4.9 from it, and which is really 5, and so you're going to get about 49. So really hoping the other pickup covers fit on these. Wow, too big for here. So I'll probably end up swapping this pickup out. Most likely I have one. Anyway, we will see you out there when we attempt to dye this and dye this and See how that goes before we even mess with these. And we'll see you then. Experiment on the back of the pick guard first, just to see how long it has to sit there before it'll make it look older. And I'm also going to run a test using quadruple aught steel wool, because I don't think it'll scratch it real bad. Just rough it up where it'll take the dye better. And if I mess something up, these white pick guards are a dime a dozen. But I'm really curious to see how it works. And in order to hold the items, I just stuck a toothpick in a piece of foam and got some old volume controls, potentiometers to stick the volumes and tones on. And this will be another one of my test subjects here. First, I'm really curious if I take a little piece of this steel wool and just rough up half of this, where you can't even see I've done it really, and see what the difference is in the stain. Be using Angelus brown leather dye, and comes with a little handy deal, perforations you break to hold it from spilling. It's kind of cold out here, but I came out here because I don't know what kind of smell this stuff's going to have. Never worked with it in my life, and I got my gloves on. One side has it's sanded, and the other one not. I don't know how long to let this sit. Plus, it's cold out here. But I don't want it to have runs in it and look like that. I mean, you can obviously tell we did something. I'm just going to try wiping it off right away and see how long 20 seconds is good for. Wow. Wipe my gloves off as well, because I got it all over them, because I don't have any ingenious way to hold these. I didn't make one. Look at the difference. Can you see the difference in that, where I just barely roughed it up? It looks way more Relic. Huh. Alright, so let's rough everything up. Can you see the lines in it? A little bit. I think I ought to try that on a bigger piece before I rough everything up. And it all has scratches in it. So let's do right here a bigger area to see whether it's just going to show giant streaks of scratches. The main thing is, I think it's going to do something. I mean, like if all I had was white, it'd be pretty cool. And my question is, how awesome, if it makes this look like the cream colored ones, what's it going to do to the cream? Might be super cool. You may not have to scratch it at all. Huh. It sure does look old. That's cool. Alright, so we'll leave that for a few seconds. I don't really like fake Relic guitars. That I was thinking about doing a video on a real Relic that happened naturally. Let people see the difference. Because they do too much. Too much. It just doesn't look real when you start chipping all the way down to wood. I mean, that is the dumbest looking type of Relic I've ever seen. Okay, so we know it changes color. Maybe I'll let this sit a little longer. I just don't want any brush strokes in it. You know, I'd rather have a puddle than strokes. Well, I won't be doing another one. If this doesn't come out good, I'm going to put the uh, tortoiseshell pick guard on. I am going to scratch this up a little bit on the little switch. Do a little bit around the numbers on this one just for the heck of it. And since we used the volume more, I think I'll do around the numbers on it. Wow, this was the shinier side. Doesn't look like it's sticking to it as well. If we sand it after the fact, will it blend with the side I already sanded? I mean, can you work with it that easy? We'll see. I'll let you sit for a minute. If you can, that'd be awesome. And for that matter, what's it look like with a second coat? I'll only do the top so I can distinguish one side from the other. Just the top has 2 layers. We'll see how that goes. And we'll be back in a minute. Yeah, so if you're going to relic something, I don't know if you're going to do a big flat surface like this, you're going to have to find something better than that sandpaper or that steel wool, because it's leaving a distinct scratch marks. So that was a big fail. Knobs and everything, very cool. So I figured if I could get the white looking good, I'd be able to get these look even better. So that, yeah, don't know what I'm going to do with that. Make hair bows out of it for my dog or something. I've already sanded all these, and I'm getting ready to do just all the cream stuff. But man, those are some cool retro knobs, and the switch came out pretty decent. So there's that. And I'm ready to move on to the actual pieces that I bought for this thing. These were the test subjects, and again, the plastic is so much better. It really takes the leather dye much better than the pickguard, that's for sure. Doesn't have, it's not like painting a guitar where you got to watch for every little hair or piece of dust and all that. There's something actually rewarding about this when you get a nice ugly finish. So go ahead and use my special tool. All right.
Yeah, you might know me. I'm Don. You might know me from cool things like this. Go be where all the cool people are at A-Ray's channel. You know you want to subscribe? All the cool people are there.
Okay, welcome back. I'm back in the house. I did a stronger coat on the pickup covers and brought them inside where it was warmer, hoping they would, darken up a little bit, and they look okay. What's amazing is this was a white one, and this was a white one. It looks awesome, but the materials are definitely different in all these plastic parts here, the knobs and the pickup covers, than the pickguard. It was hard to get this white pickguard to take the stain, um, which I know I showed it to you earlier, but we used the Angelus leather dye. And really, I learned some things. So I had a white set and I had a cream set. So are these the white or the creams? Let's put them side by side, see if you can tell. Okay, so what I learned is that these were the cream, these were the white. There's hardly any difference at all. I was really thinking that the original cream ones I bought, to go on here, uh, would look a lot darker. But I mean, honestly, the white, as long as you take that steel wool over them and try and get down the grooves a little, obviously held the stain really well. So, doesn't matter if you're starting from white or cream. The results are the same, just as good. So I haven't even decided which one of these I'm going to use yet, which set. But that's my toothpick simulating the switch. uh, okay. So the other thing is, I'm sure glad I have another pick guard because this looks terrible. That was a fail. The parts are fine. Um, so I'm gonna put this tortoiseshell on there to really bring out the vintage look, and use the knobs and the aged plastic. But this has a different spin on it. Telecasters and Strats are very tinty, and so Jimi Hendrix version had his pickup like that, and that makes the high E a little less tinty, and the bottom, the low string, the bottom note, a little more tinty. So it kind of changes things up by reversing the angle of that pickup. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this looks on there with the aged plastic, and it's going to sound a little different. And so we'll see how that goes. And I'm a small channel, so hopefully, if this helps you and saves you some time, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe. I appreciate seeing everybody here, and I hope you come back again. So next time you see me, we'll have the other pick guard on, and we'll start working on getting everything, all the electronics switched over to the new pick guard. So thanks again for being here. We'll see you soon. Well, here's a partial reveal. This is how the guitar looks now, and how the Relic plastics came out, the knobs and pickups, and man, it sure looks a lot different. But be sure and come back for the next part, and we'll level the frets and get this thing playing like a monster. Until next time, thanks for coming. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. Your significant other will be so excited and happy with all the money that you're saving by doing it yourself. If this video has helped you out, please like and subscribe on the small channel. It'll really help me out. And until then, we'll see you down that road, and I hope you have a great day.